second-ranked quarterback in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Which would say that he's clutch.
Yes.
That we could trust him in big moments. He's the third-ranked quarterback on third down.
Yes.
So it means we could trust him.
So he's making throws on fourth down in the fourth quarter
Meaningful
to go win the game.
Got it. Got it.
Okay, J-Mac, if Peter's thoughts and dreams are going to come true. Aspirations, and I hope they do.
Visions.
Visions of the future. What is going to have to happen for Love to steal the show?
I think a lot of it is going to come down to him getting the ball out quick and hitting his guys in open space. And he did that a week ago against the Arizona Cardinals. But I think even more than that, when you watch this Pittsburgh Steelers defense this past Thursday, they got killed by Joe Flacco of getting the ball out of his hands and finding open spots to get his receivers the ball. I think that's the key for Jordan Love when it comes Sunday night. There are going to be moments throughout that game where he's going to hold on to the football and he's going to make a few guys miss in the backfield and he's going to chuck the ball 30 yards and he's going to make the spectacular play. But I think down in and down out is going to be him making the correct decision, which he's done over and over again this season to continue to drive this football team.
Yeah, this game is going to be a see it, trust it, rip it game for Jordan Love when it comes to the pass game. And then see it, trust it, rip it. Don't hesitate. Okay. And then in the run game, I think there's a chance for a ton of success with how the Steelers defensive front. You talk about the Thursday night, right, Steph? When I watched the Steelers defense, it was almost like they were trying to so much confuse the quarterback that they ran themselves out of the proper zones. Like, this is what we call an invert coverage. You're going to see the bottom of the screen just completely rotate. The problem is they all rotate poorly, and then there leaves three people essentially in between the hashes, right? Way too close, poor spacing. That's an easy completion. Jordan Love to Romeo Doubs, they'll wear that out. And then in the run game, okay? Can you guys see those guys' numbers?
No.
Right there? No, you
Barely.
can't. Can you do it now?
Absolutely.
That's called standing up, okay? That's called pad level. So for Jordan Love, for Josh Jacobs, for that 12 personnel, 2 tight end run package, advantage them. If the Steelers are just going to stand up in the run game, just run the ball consistently. So I think for Jordan, when he sees that rotation, I'm not trusting that the Steelers are going to get it right in a short week. Rip the ball when you see those open windows.
Do you think the Steelers go back to a little bit more man-to-man, not getting a little bit out of the invert, get up and trying to press? Some fear probably when you have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins on the other side.
Yeah, that's a fair point. The only problem is I do think that the people that Green Bay has, one, can match up decently, and then two, who's going to cover the 2 tight ends? The 2 tight ends, you know, that's my whole thing this year. The 2 tight ends, how are you going to match up with them?
But yeah, I've been the one on the tight end since last year. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. I will plant that flag in nearly every Green Bay Packers video that I can. Kraft, Kelsey, Mahomes, Jordan Love. Just follow the path. So I've talked a lot about this game, especially specifically through the Steelers lens and Aaron Rodgers, because that's obviously where a lot of the momentum for this game is, the intrigue and interest. And so I haven't gotten the chance to talk about it through the Green Bay Packers lens. And before I get any deeper into it, I am curious to ask Green Bay Packers fans right off the top, how do you feel about Aaron Rodgers at this point? Because there was another clip that I decided to skip because it was just, I'd rather talk about real football, but it was just like, it was on First Things First, and they were like, you know, believe that Aaron doesn't have any animosity towards the Green Bay Packers. And I'm like, I just don't really care personally. That's me. And so but it did make me think, like, I don't have a good grasp of how Green Bay Packers fans currently feel towards Aaron Rodgers. Do they see him as someone who's a great quarterback, who they loved having, who they'll always love and always appreciate? Or are they kind of like, I don't really like him. Yeah, I'm glad we won, but like, you know, like I don't really know. So I'd love to get that sense from actual Green Bay Packers fans. So please definitely let me know in the comments below. And in terms of this game, you know, the whole idea of, you know, what will Jordan Love be able to do, et cetera, like, listen, Joe Flacco, I mean, Jamar Chase had like over half the targets. I mean, like, it was just feed Jamar the ball, feed Jamar the ball, feed Jamar the ball. The Packers don't necessarily have a Jamar Chase right now, so the offense is going to be run just a little bit differently. And so I am more intrigued of how Matt LaFleur wants to attack this game plan, because everyone and their mother's like, it's Aaron Rodgers versus Jordan Love. Let's go. And coaches always have an interesting way of navigating that. And so I will be fascinated. Like, are they going to look to run the ball? You know, their run defense for the Steelers hasn't been the best. And so it will be interesting to see if that's what Matt LaFleur really wants to lean on, and just the general unfolding of this game. I think sometimes coaches lean into I don't want to say the narrative, but just kind of the momentum and energy of the game. And other times coaches are very much like, I truly don't care about any of that. Any of that. And I'm fascinated to see how both these quarterbacks handle it, honestly, and how both these franchises individually handle it. Because this game is obviously being made to be something huge, and both coaches, Mike Tomlin had to downplay it, Matt LaFleur has had to downplay it, and I remain firm that it's a bigger deal for Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers to face Green Bay, and that this whole team for the Steelers are going to want to really rally behind Aaron, and they're really going to want to win, and Aaron's going to want to play great, and the defense is going to want to step up. Like, it's going to be the way how they really rally everyone, and that if Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers can't play great in this game, then there's real struggles in the future, because this is the game that Aaron and the Steelers want to win more than anything. For the Packers, for the most part, it's just a game. I think it'd be a little bit different if they were at home, Lambeau, home crowd, Aaron Rodgers return. I think that would probably hit a little bit differently, but I think at the end of the day, for the Green Bay Packers, it's very, they want to beat Aaron as well, but I think very much they're like, we're facing the Steelers. That's what we're looking to attack right now. That's why I am curious about, again, more than anything, just Matt LaFleur's game plan. And also the defensive game plan. How are they going to look to slow down Aaron? Because Aaron has been having a ton of success, and he has been getting rid of the ball very quickly, but in the moments where he has to hold on to the ball, he's been able to make some really big plays. And he's been able to work the entire field. He has not just been doing dink and dunk, and is he going over the top left and right nonstop? Like, no, but he's been able to work to DK. Him and DK have a true connection, and Freiermuth and their big speaking of tight ends, and their big monster of a tight end. Like, there's been a lot of creativity in their offense, more creativity than we're used to seeing out of Pittsburgh, that's for sure. So, like, I would say that their offense has actually been really creative and executed at a really high level and very versatile. It hasn't just been this one note, this is what the Steelers want to do. Like, it's actually been different, and each game that we've seen, there's just been a lot of versatility. So I don't really know exactly what the Steelers are going to look like, what they're going to look to do against this Green Bay Packers defense right now. So most games at the end of the day end up being coaching matchups and chess matches for me personally. As much as we love to always build these things, as we can see Jordan Love versus Aaron, and I get it, and at the end of the day, that does matter, and in a lot of ways, we did see that for the Steelers against the Bengals, right? At the end of the day, it did come down to Aaron versus Flacco, and that was cool. There wasn't much of a coaching matchup in that game. I suspect that'll be a little bit different here. I do suspect that this game will have a different feel, and we'll see more of a coaching impact on this game. But at the same time, it also wouldn't shock me if the floodgates open and it really is just, hey man, we're just letting it rip and getting after it, and then it's just, then it becomes I don't even know. Potential for an all-time great game. I mean, they took what we saw against the Packers versus the Cowboys, and what we saw with the Steelers against the Bengals, and the Bucks versus the Seahawks, right? Like, sometimes games really do just randomly get broken wide open, and then it's just like, all right, which quarterback's going to make a mistake first? Which team's going to make a mistake first? Which team can get that crucial sack on 3rd and 4, right? Push them out of field goal range. And then it just becomes kind of a, all hands on deck situation. So I can't wait. I've talked about this game. I've talked about this game probably more than any other singular game this season. Like, I am salivating for this game. I genuinely cannot wait. And so that's why I'm like, please, football gods, please just give us a great game. Please just give us a great game. Don't give us such a random, weirdly ugly game. Please, everyone, stay healthy. I just want to see this battle. I want to see everyone healthy. I want to see everyone be able to get after it. Like, I just want to watch a great, high-quality football game. We need it. There's been some bizarre games this season so far. Monday Night Football is going to be Jane Daniels isn't playing. The whole Washington Commanders team isn't playing right now against the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are favored by like 12.5, 13. That game's now, who cares about that Monday Night Football game? This is the game. And really, just the Broncos versus the Cowboys is the only other game this week. You know, maybe a little bit with the Giants and Eagles, but there's not a lot of box office games this week. This is the box office game. This game has to be one of the top games of the entire season. Please just answer the call. Both teams, Packers, Steelers, Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers, Tomlin, LaFleur. Bring a show. We need it. I'm asking you, please. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers taking on the Steelers? I'm curious what you think mainly the game plan will be, honestly. Do you think it will be a more Jordan Love focus or more of a run game focus, and how they'll be looking to kind of, you know, get after Aaron and really disrupt him? Obviously, they're going to want to try to generate a ton of pressure, so it'll be interesting. I'm interested to see how much they blitz and how much they just really try to, you know, knock his head off. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're all on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.